What's up, y'all? It's episode 8. We back in this joint again, the Black Boy Content Club podcast with your three illustrious, ravenous, dope-ass dudes. I'm one of them, your resident supervillain, Mr. J. Washington, along with...
Hey, Moses Primm, man. Primm says cinema. Check me out, man.
Hey, the Dark Architect Chris Burns in the building, hanging out. Excited to be here with y'all.
I'm excited
Hey, bro,
too, man.
8 episodes weekly means 2 months. Granted, we had like a little week off. We're still 2 months of us doing this.
Yeah.
We're the #1 rated podcast of grandmothers without crack feet. So that's dope,
hilarious.
bro. That's dope, bro. We've been doing this. Shouts out to everybody that's been rocking with us, man. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I've been getting a lot of people back from the crib in Chicago. You're from here, Chris, so I don't know about people where you're from. And Primm, you from the East Coast as well. But people from Chicago hitting me up like, yo, I fucks with the podcast heavy. And so hearing that for people now that I didn't even push it to, that are coming to me like, yo, I rock with it. That's a dope thing to hear. So I wanted to make sure I sent out love to everybody for that first and foremost.
Hey, I read the comments, y'all.
That's what's up.
Oh,
man.
I did this week. Wait, you didn't? I did.
I read the comments
Like
for the
what you
first
saw?
time.
Yeah.
It was overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah,
I was
everybody's
surprised to
loving
see
us.
that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You know, there's some colorful ones. You know what I mean? There's some definitely colorful ones, but I love reading what y'all thought of you people. Yeah, for the most part, it seems like y'all pretty much agree that it's mid, but you could get through it. It's not like it was terrible.
Right, it's not like atrocious where you just like, I don't want to watch this shit all together.
Absolutely. But yeah, give us more suggestions on running fades and the topics you want us to talk about, and yeah, we'll feed the streets.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Much indeed, man. Let's get into it real quick. Primm, what your week would look like?
I've been chilling, man. It's been a week. It's been, you know, everybody's got their ups and downs or whatever. I wasn't having like a down week, but I don't know. It's kind of slow this week, but I'm picking up the pace. You know what I mean? Hanging out with the homies, we doing our thing and shit. You know what I mean? What I got coming up? That Blade Sticky Fingers review.
Yes,
that should be up by the time y'all watching
amazing.
this. So make sure y'all like and subscribe for that because that was a chore.
How many episodes did you watch?
I watched the whole season. It's 13 episodes.
I thought they had 2. They only had 1 or 2 episodes, 2 seasons.
No. I mean, no, it was one season.
Okay, I don't know why I thought it was
supposed.
supposed.
Did they air all of them?
Yeah, I think they did air
I think
them all.
there was one that was like not. I don't know. It's like the season finale is missing. It's really weird. You watch the video, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay. Yeah. For me, it was a pretty. You know what? I'll be honest. It was an up and down week. Mentally, a little bit down, but you know, like physically, some dope shit happened. Got to film on a new on a TV show this week that'll drop this summer.
Ooh.
So you know, it's always good being back in those chairs and doing those. You know, doing.
Can you
that.
talk about it? What is it?
I mean, yeah, it's not a secret show. I did rap shit. Shot an episode of rap shit
That's what's
for
up.
HBO Max. So that'll drop this summer. My scenes were with the main 3. So they were all dope. You know, we was chopping it up. I didn't know Jonica, who plays Chastity, she trying to do stand-up more.
Okay.
So it was cool, you know, chopping it up with her and then chopping it up with Ida and Chameleon. They were all cool. And meeting Issa in person. Yeah. Because Issa's one of the EPs, so she's there every day. And she's giving notes consistently like, no, let's do this, let's do that. And so it was nice to watch her work on the other side of the camera.
You want to talk about like money, like really making you really fine? Like Issa Rae, I like when I was watching Awkward Black Girl.
You go from Awkward Black Girl to Issa now. There's an evolution.
Like,
there's an evolution.
Cash does a body good.
I guess so.
You know what I mean?
Well, I think she was really just motivated to. Once she started picking up scenes, she was like, all right, I got to get fine.
Also, you remember you got a lot of scenes in Insecure where she got to be naked and she getting it.
Yeah.
So that really, for any actor, and mainly women, I've noticed that push, because it's like there's a stigma of how people will perceive a female body.
Right.
Some dudes, are getting in shape. Look, Kumail Nanjiani got in hella shape to show just his arms.
Yeah, they didn't let that man take his shirt off.
You know what I'm saying? So like dudes that do it, but there's this thing about when women do it, and Issa did it, and like I said, the girls from rap shit, they're like that, because I know one of them was like, yo, I can't eat anything till later. Like I'm fasting now for this X amount of time, and I'm like, okay, I get how everything plays out.
Have you had to do a fucking scene?
Nah, I didn't.
Would
Would I?
I know you would.
Oh, well, I was saying,
Yeah,
you know, it's crazy because people ask me about that with American Gigolo because when I told them I was on the show, they was like, "Oh, you fucking?"
Right.
I was like, "Why is it the first thing you asked though?"
I mean, it's American Gigolo. Somebody fucking on
Somebody
it.
fucking, but it had to be
It's
me.
a valid question.
I mean,
so y'all are in the industry. Sex scenes. What happens? Is it real? Like tape your dick back or something?
Bro,
is it different for every movie or what?
About the intimacy coordinator and all this shit.
Well, now they have intimacy coaches.
Mark probably knows.
But a lot of times, there is like there's a little. Almost like
a little barrier,
device
socks.
or
they
sock.
Put a sock on
Yeah. That you
nah.
put down because I mean it's inevitable. You might probably gonna pop a boner. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
While you fucking, especially when like old Wesley Snipes movies where he was fucking every movie he was in, and he's just doing like as the realest strokes possible.
Well, remember Martin fucked for real in the thin line between love and hate.
What do you mean by that?
He was, him and Lynn Whitfield were fucking for real.
Scene?
No,
that's
nigga.
weird. You
Yo,
can't film that.
no,
can't put
real
that on
talk.
film.
That is a real thing.
Unsimulated sex scene?
That was a real
Nah,
thing.
Martin lying on his dick, bro. Don't let Martin lie.
This was wilding out Martin, though. This was wilding out Martin.
Hey,
This was wilding out Martin at the time. You remember before Martin ran down motherfucking Lancashire in the middle of the summer in the skull cap, bro. Like, this is Martin.
I don't know if this is going to be Googleable, but it seems pretty outlandish. Even though I do love that movie. The Bobby Brown dancing with the fucking
with the girls,
big
like,
girls is the best shit in the world.
We actually just rewatched that on my Twitch. It's actually not that good. You should give it a rewatch.
You know who directed it, right?
Martin
directed it.
Yeah, so
that was the first and only movie this nigga directed.
Yeah, for his first shot, it's fine. It looks clean or whatever. He's got a weird thing with his eye too. He's got like
you have a thing against movies where the comedian has to be the sexy man.
I don't think so. I think those movies are just, you know what I mean? I think those movies just aren't that good.
So you would have never loved those. So you'd have never loved Dolomite for real, even though Rudy Ray Moore wasn't a sex symbol.
Well, no, but that was still, you know what I mean? That was played for laughs. That's still that's funny or whatever.
Yeah, this nigga had the room falling apart and shit.
Yeah,
he was fucking with all that.
Like that shit's funny. But yeah, I think those movies are just bad, bro. I think some of them movies are just bad.
We'll get into more of those. But yeah, other than that, man, it's been a me feeling about my, you feel a certain way career wise if I'm making moves, if I'm not making moves. And it's just a natural thing in this business.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people try to act like it's easier to be up than down. You can have that, you have those peaks and valleys and shit. And you hit a peak and everything could be good. But if you're the artist or the person in your own head, you're like, fuck. So it was, it's just getting through those. And like you said, it wasn't no like, I can't leave the career bad. Because there are people we know that be like, yo, I ain't leaving my house until the next full moon or some shit. Yeah. It wasn't one of those, but you know what I'm saying? So I'm here, I'm good. I'm grateful, everything, a couple of dope shows, just fun times, just hanging with dope people. It's been pretty good, man. So what about you, Burns?
I was busy as shit this week, man. Shout out to my man Country Wayne. We had his first two shows of his tour this weekend. He was in Phoenix and Denver.
Did you go to him or were you...
No, I'm gonna catch up with him later on down the road. Cause like my mom's was in town and shit this weekend, so I was just chilling with her. But other than that, man, when I wasn't working, I was just at the crib finishing up a rewatch of Friends.
Boo! I never thought that shit was funny, bro.
Here's the thing.
I mean, I don't think you ever thought it was funny.
I like the real
either,
version
bro.
of it called
I
Living
think you
Single.
were just watching.
Right. Every now and again, I do these like sitcom rewatches where I just run them back and be like, well, okay, what the fuck was the fuss all about? And like I did that with, Living Single. I did it with Fresh Prince. I did it with Different World. And now I was on Friends because I didn't really watch Friends when it was out. Black people, we didn't watch Seinfeld and Friends.
When it was out? So why are you watching it now? Is this out of curiosity?
Yeah, because there's a difference when you say when you bring up shit like Fresh Prince, Living Single, that shit the culture. That's us, right? We gonna rewatch those.
But when the not fun, it's not funny, it's filler. Exactly. It's like watching Saved by the Bell as a kid. It's not a funny show.
Yeah, it's just like something particularly to do.
It's your sexual awakening
it's a cure
show
for boredom and shit.
It's just comforting. It's like white noise in the background is what Friends is. And like, because again, when we were growing up, it was on at Seinfeld and Friends was on at the same time as Martin and Living Single. Wasn't no way I was turning it
exactly
NBC during that time. So now older, it's considered one of the greatest sitcoms ever. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll watch this shit again. And I'm just like, I guess it's all right,
But again,
there's no black people in it, and they live in New York City.
They live in New York City.
Every time there's a black person, they're like, they kind of have conflict with them.
Yes.
I know, like there's
never a black person that just moves down the hall and just a good person.
No,
right?
there's literally an episode where they're giving out Halloween candy and they run out of candy. So Jennifer Aniston is giving out money. And then the black kid shows up and he like a little asshole. And it's like, why is the black kid got to be the fucking... so yeah, it's pretty unrealistic. You know, also they got that big ass apartment in New York as though
what the fuck is that?
you can afford that shit.
What the fuck do they do?
You know what? That was everybody that was how you knew the fictional reality of Friends.
Yeah.
If you know people that live in New York or knew people that live in New York, they was like, that apartment ain't no fuck. You'll never get an apartment that goddamn size that looks like that.
Yeah, and even if you do, you at work all the time.
You at work all the time to try to afford it.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. It was pretty weak. But all I kept thinking about was like, if this was my life, which one of them I would smash? And it's definitely Phoebe.
Of course,
Phoebe's the winner.
You know what?
She's the weirdo.
People think I'm crazy for that, but
no, I think everybody
100% is Phoebe, right?
Can you pull? I'm asking our producer to pull up the cast real quick so we can just while we're doing this, so
maybe
we can
it's
have
a black dude thing or whatever. Maybe
so we can have this about we can look at each other like, yeah, duh, like you know what I'm saying? It's like and Phoebe is the one that just goes into it. Yes, Lisa Kudrow would have got it, bro. What is y'all talking about?
Yeah, bro. Like Monica's whatever.
We're
talking about Jennifer Aniston.
Looking,
being vanilla and shit. Yeah. Phoebe was into like crystals and shit, and she probably
and the ones that's in the crystals are the freaks.
Yeah, absolutely. She don't shave and shit.
Yo, first of all, hold on. Like, look, underarms, whatever, you deal with that shit. Hopefully you ain't using natural deodorant. But when you get to that don't shave down there, and I'm trying to give you head, and now I got dental floss out of your pews.
Chappelle said the shit the best way. Real niggas, you see the shit, you like, oh, no. I mean,
I'm not gonna stop.
We still fucking.
I mean, we still fucking. I mean, let's be real. Nobody's gonna stop. You see a bush down there. Yeah. You're gonna be like, well, I got to navigate through this forest. That's exactly what you're thinking.
You just gotta wrap that shit up like a ponytail, nigga. Just
hey, you got a scrunchie on that just for you.
Nigga said a scrunchie. That's funny.
You got it on your.
Nigga, why you got a hair tie on your wrist? This why.
You're like, you know what? I came prepared.
That's right. And you go at it. Shit.
Scrunchie that bitch up.
Ill hungry ass. Especially speaking of hungry, did you eat these fucking crazy ass Oreos, dog?
So here's the deal. So Primm is rolling. Can you grab that real quick, Burn, so people can see what we're talking about? So these are what they call the most Oreos.
Don't do no commercial for these niggas, man.
I'm just saying
what so because people listening to the podcast can't see what we're talking about. And they're cookies and cream Oreos. Here's the problem. And then our producer said this to me. He was like, yo, if you ever wanted to know what a meta Oreo was, it's that. And I was like, yo, they was like, Bert's like, eat one on camera. I was like, nah, bro, because the way y'all saying, I'm going to either dislike it or die.
Bro, it tastes like diabetes for real. Like my whole right leg is still hurting from eating
it. It is nothing but just sugar on sugar on sugar.
I did not like that shit.
Like, who?
That's for little kids, bro. Little kids are tanks when it comes to sugar.
I mean, yeah, they definitely have a reserve, but like, I would want my child to live after eating those motherfuckers because I feel like they're gonna go with a diabetic shock or some shit.
That shit ain't cool, man.
Oreo, save the kids. You gotta save the kids.
Yeah, don't do that shit no more. Oreo.
Yo, but think about it. Oreo been making all some of the wildest shit anyway recently. Like
the birthday cake,
the carrot cake one.
Yeah.
They got like it's just like Oreo's like whatever. What kind of random shit can we do to see if people are buying?
Yeah, I mean Oreos are boring, right?
They doing side quests now. There's watermelon Oreos produced. Yeah. Oh my god.
If the motherfuckers came out in February last year,
I was saying, it feels racist.
It feels racist
to have watermelon Oreos.
It feels hella racist. A black cookie with red in the middle. It feels hella with little green dots. It feels hella racist. Yeah, there they go. Oh, they're yellow cookies on purpose. Okay.
Oh my god.
Because somebody probably told them, they was like, hey, y'all can't do a black cookie with this shit.
I would not eat that to save my life. That looks like it'd be a dope shoe colorway.
A little bit, yeah.
But I would not fucking
it looked dope as a shoe, but that's it.
Ugh. Anyway, what white sitcoms y'all fuck with, man? Don't leave me out in the lurch because I'm watching Friends and shit.
So I tried Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
And that shit was just like a little kid show. And I was like, I couldn't.
I mean, that's what it was at the time anyway.
I think maybe I tried the college years or something. Maybe
shout out to Topanga.
Yep, shout out to Topanga.
Right, shout out to Topanga. Yeah. Also, Malcolm in the Middle is goated.
Yes.
Malcolm
Fire.
in the Middle still fucking holds
Yeah,
up.
still
That
holds
shit
up.
is fucking insanely funny, though.
Yeah.
I can't believe how funny that shit is.
You know, it's a sitcom that didn't get its just due. It got canceled way too early. Titus.
Really?
Christopher Titus had a show.
Yeah, no, I know that it existed.
Okay, you know
Yeah.
what? I liked it. I thought about Titus. I liked Titus.
I'm
I
trying
liked
to
his
think-
show, man. I thought it was kind of dope.
I think if I remember anything about that show.
Yeah, I don't.
It was
know
just
what
based
that
off
is.
his life loosely.
Yeah, that used to be the
Hey,
thing.
yeah, that's the thing. You make you like change your last name and you
Right,
fucking
'cause it's like
make a
Tim
sitcom
Allen.
about
Yeah,
your
he
life
worked
and
at a
shit.
body shop. Yeah,
It was like, okay, then you get Home Improvement, and then the Steve Harvey show. He I think he was a music instructor or something.
Yeah,
at
he
one
was like a
point.
music teacher.
Yeah.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
that's how he did
But
become
remember
Steve
that-
Hightower.
But you got to remember, we're talking about comics back in the 90s where somebody would be in the audience at the Comedy Store, Laugh Factory,
Yeah,
Improv,
yeah.
hear a joke about your life.
Roseanne. same
And
thing.
Roseanne and tell you, hey, we want to make a sitcom solely based on that. Roseanne is
Oh, yeah,
the
seriously.
original
yeah, they'll take
Roseanne.
the one joke.
Mhm.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
took
make
that
a
one
whole
joke and made a whole,
shit, yeah.
show off of it.
Absolutely.
So that's what things were back in the day. So yeah, you get some people were like Martin was the only one different. Because Martin was like, even though we're talking white, but when we go black, Martin was completely different because they made him a radio personality
Yeah.
in Detroit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
They
yeah.
took a whole different
Well,
thing.
because he was the host of Def Comedy
He was the
Jam.
host of Def Comedy Jam.
Make the hosting and like hip hoppy type, but that makes sense how they got there.
Right.
Yeah, but I get that. But even though with his station was talk radio.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
yeah,
he was
that's-
originally talk radio. It wasn't like he was on a adult contemporary
You
or R&B or
looking
hip.
for a bong, nigga?
Yeah, give me that. Yeah, give me
looking for
that
a
black
bunch of
ass
shit.
thing behind you. My damn, these backwoods is falling apart. I bought them from the smoke shop downstairs.
Well, you can't never support them niggas.
Yeah, fuck them. Crunchy ass backwoods, man.
And so, but when you think, like I said, Titus was one for me because Fox had a lot of them back in the day.
Yeah.
I remember watching the original Tracy Ullman show
Oh,
when it
hell
dropped.
yeah.
When we first got introduced to The
Jesus
Simpsons,
Christ.
bro.
That was a long ass time ago.
I mean, yes, I'm a wee bit older. You know which one? I'm not a Seinfeld fan.
Now
I could see how you couldn't be. I am.
I wasn't
but I could
saying. This is what I'll say
I
about
could see not
Seinfeld.
being one.
It rewards you for watching it. You
It
know what I
does,
mean?
it does,
When
yeah.
you first
I
start
get it.
watching it, it's like, oh, what the fuck? But then when
But
jokes start paying off
once you
later,
figure out their personalities and shit, and then like you,
it gets pretty goddamn funny. I
Yeah.
can't even front. I fuck with Seinfeld.
Seinfeld's great.
Okay, this is a good little list. Ellen,
The Bob Newhart show
Bob
was.
New- I was too old. Louis
Louis
know
was-
that-
I watched a few episodes.
It's so taboo to say it, but Louis was good, bro.
Louis was good as fuck.
Yeah, I
Louis
watched a
was
few
good,
episodes.
bro.
Louis
He
has
had
one
one
of
episode where it was like he was a pervert, like jerking off in front of people or whatever.
Well,
and shit, wasn't it?
see, this is the thing about CK. He talks about that in
Yeah,
his
I'm sure it
stand-up.
He's
wasn't, yeah.
always talked about it,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Yeah.
He's always talking about jerking off in front of people and this, that, and the other. Everybody gives you hints of what they doing. R. Kelly made songs about.
Seems
You
like
know
you're
what I'm saying?
ready.
Everybody lets you know. They can't hide it.
My mind's
You know what I
telling me no, but my body's telling me yes.
Like Chris Rock said, Lil Nas X was able to hold in the gay for one song.
That's funny.
You know what I mean?
that nigga did one,
That's-
and then told everybody, I don't know how y'all did that with a song. Niggas was
Which
like-
is fair. That nigga was dressed like
I mean, it was when you
Marty McFly
if you
in
didn't
Back
see
to the Future
but
3.
if you didn't see the video, it was a different thing. If you just
Yeah.
heard the song, you know what I'm saying? You'd be like, what? And then Lil Nas X is like, how y'all didn't know? Did you see the video? And you're like, nigga, I didn't watch the video. And you're
Yeah.
like, okay.
I mean, well, hey, if you only heard the song, you don't care that much, so you
Yeah.
shouldn't be surprised. And shit.
Not that I care either way. It's just like the nigga was in patent leather cowboy fringes and shit. It's like, oh yeah, that's a gay
That's
man.
a gay guy.
yeah. What are we talking about?
That's a gay guy where he is very, very on his Prince shit.
But Louis has one of the funniest moments I've ever seen on TV. Period.
Ooh, there's a list up right now, and I want to ask that y'all watch any of these white shows.
Yeah.
Drew Carey show I used to fuck with.
Did you watch
I think that
Crashing?
was just another thing that was noise, or maybe it's good. I don't know. Haven't watched it in like 20 years.
Did you watch Crashing? Pete Holmes show?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Okay.
You any show that's gonna show stand up comedy and it's supposed like this is what it's like. It
Mhm.
can't be like, oh, this nigga's good at comedy immediately.
Yeah.
That was my biggest problem with that show. It's like he comes out the gate and all of a sudden people are like, oh, it was really good. It's like, no,
This
nigga.
nigga has
You're
to bomb.
terrible at
Yes.
first.
Yeah.
Everyone's terrible.
Everybody's
Yeah.
terrible at first.
With the fewest of exceptions. But even then, it's like, oh, I see something in it, not
This is my experience. My first set I did in Chicago, I killed my first set.
Yeah.
But I think that was the worst thing that could have happened to me.
Yeah.
Because it gives you a false sense of confidence too quick. Because subsequently, I was bombing horribly afterwards. I was chasing that dragon, thinking, oh, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got to use the same jokes. I can just keep rewriting jokes. I didn't know anything about building a set and all this shit.
Right.
So when you see that, what do you mean, British Shop Slap?
Why'd you have to say the name? I thought you was going to mute the name.
No. But not like people forget that. So it's like when I see those things too, I agree. It's a false sense of reality because it also gets people who like, I thought about trying stand up. It's this simple to do it.
Stand up comedy is the number one, like, hardest form of artistic expression that seemingly everyone thinks they can do.
Yeah, it's like a live one-man show where you can't fuck up.
Didn't you try stand up?
I have, yes.
I remember I was there the one he tried. Well. He was like,
not well.
He was like, nope, this is it. I'm done. He's like, you know what? I can say that I did it.
I mean, hey, man, I might get back up there again.
I've avoided the shit out of it.
I'm around y'all. I'll be getting kind of.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Whitney?
I have not. No.
Yeah.
I never watched. I know why. I know what the hesitation was for, and I'm not gonna bring it up. But I just never watched it in general.
Yeah.
Because then it brought up Undateable. I didn't watch that, even though
Undateable was lit because it was like a thing. It was like a hang for a lot of like. It was like a LA comedy hang. Everybody was on set all the time, fucking catering up.
Oh,
like all that was a good time. And then Chris had to ruin it.
I got to be a star and all this other shit. And all, I use all this other shit because that's a whole other thing. Apartment 2. The Sklar Brothers had some shit.
What the hell is that?
What?
Nah, nobody give a fuck.
Yep.
I was like, what? Andy controls the universe. Nah, Chicken Soup.
Chicken Soup. What is that?
Bless this. What the fuck is this?
Dice Clay had a sitcom?
Yeah, I didn't remember the name of it.
Holy shit!
I remember Carlin had a thing. I remember that.
Carlin had a thing. That wasn't that
Mr.
good.
Rhodes. What the fuck?
Oh, these are sitcom failures. Okay, these are random sitcom
Boston
failures.
Commons. What?
Holy shit! I gotta tease Tom next time I see him.
Wait, that was Tom Rhodes?
Yeah, with the hair.
Go back up.
Oh
my God! I got him. Oh my God! That is Tom. Holy shit!
Tom is like an OG, like homie.
And he's super. I'm saying, if you know him,
cool as fuck.
Cool as fuck.
He never told you about Mr. Rhodes? He never made you watch no episodes?
Clearly too young for this.
You see that full head? That's that 82.
That's 89.
This nigga look like Gallagher, bro.
That's hilarious.
Jesus, with Tim Reed.
Mr. Rob, that was recent.
Yeah, well, that was 2013 with Craig. Yeah.
I mean, they killing it now, right? On Peacock.
I mean, they got their second season.
Yeah.
They got their second season. And I remember, it's funny when you talk about streaming shows too, because most streaming shows are automatically greenlit for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And so
1996, that shit came out.
Jesus, I don't remember that.
Not even a little bit. Shit. Hey, now that I'm reading the comments, why don't y'all put down the white sitcoms that you fuck with?
Reading the comments.
And see, and remind us of some shit we didn't talk about.
Wait, what else?
Yeah, you said Home Improvement. What else are like the goated white sitcoms?
The golden ones? I think we named ones.
Yeah, I think we got all of them. Right?
All in the Family.
Fuck them.
Growing Pains.
Nah.
Fuck with that.
Growing Pains. Yo, look, Kirk Cameron, Alan Thicke, Leonardo DiCaprio. That's how we got introduced to Leo.
Yeah.
As a little kid next door.
I don't remember anything about. I remember the people who were on Growing Pains. I don't
Who's
remember
the Boss?
the show really. Who's the Boss was lit.
Yeah.
Golden Girls is one
Everybody
of the greatest.
Loves Raymond. Everybody loves Raymond.
Alf was the shit.
Fire.
Alf was openly out here trying to eat pussy every episode.
Nah, I never watched no damn Alf.
Alf is hilarious,
I think
dog.
it's too early 90s. Which one, Alf?
Alf was
I'll
dope,
give it a try.
Alf stood for alien life form. He's from the planet
Melmac.
Melmac.
I get what
y'all fuck with the original? Y'all fuck with I Love Lucy?
I watched some of it. I fucked with I Dream of Jeannie.
I get why it was lit.
I Dream of Jeannie, but that's just because Jeannie was bad as fuck.
I think that's probably why. Yes, Barbara Eden was bad as fuck at the time.
God damn.
Barbara Eden was super cold. Gilligan's Island I rock with because I was like, how the fuck did the professor keep making all this shit out of coconuts?
Nigga, he made like radios and
radio
shit
transmitters.
but couldn't fix the boat.
I was always wondering that too. He could have been so much shit but could never fix the fucking boat.
Yeah, they need a gritty reboot of Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, where he's like, the professor is like, has sinister reasons for leaving
like
this
you could have left the boat.
Right,
You could have left the whole time.
He's the reason the boat actually capsized. It wasn't a storm. The boat,
he's
the
doing
boat would have been
experiments
straight
on these niggas and shit. That's fucked.
Because also Ginger was a movie star and no one gave a fuck about them.
Oh boy,
he's a fugitive now.
Oh yeah, that's what's up, man. Let's make it, bro.
Also, it was the weirdest group of people too on that tour. Because if you think about it, Gilligan's Island, you had the skipper and Gilligan. They ran the boat. Cool. You had Thurston and his wife Lovey. They were rich. Yeah. All right, cool. Which explains why Ginger is there. Cool. What the fuck is the reason for the professor and Marianne?
I mean,
Marianne was a farm girl.
Yeah. I mean, maybe she like won a contest.
She's getting flown out or something. Yeah,
she got flued out.
She voted out.
She was early flued out.
Yeah. Maybe she was getting a bus down for Thurston Howell. You know what I mean? And he flew her out. Lovey didn't know about it, but she on the boat.
Or Lovey didn't give a shit.
Maybe.
A la Vincent Linda McMahon.
Bro, we need to do this. Like, the same way we waxed about Best Man Halloween, which y'all really enjoyed in the comments. Thank you. We should do that next episode. Gritty reboots of like popular shit.
Yeah, we should. Oh, yeah, we should. That's a good idea.
Yeah. What we doing next, though?
Move on. Yeah, moving on. So this Michael Jackson biopic, everybody's talking about him. Have you seen Jafar Jackson? Is this nigga name? This nigga name is Jafar.
Jafar,
yes. It's Michael Jackson's nephew.
It's Jermaine, one of Jermaine's sons, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I don't know. But Michael Jackson's nephew just been casted in the biopic. So I'm thinking.
Wait, the Leaving Neverland director's like, he don't want this to happen?
Oh, wow.
Wait, I didn't know that this just came out. Right before we started recording, he's I don't want you to.
I mean,
weird.
yeah, of course they are. They don't seem like they're fans of Michael Jackson, so of course they would probably speak out.
And also, we already. I don't know if y'all remember the livest Michael Jackson sort of biopic that we already got, The Jacksons: An American Dream.
Yo,
Yes,
have you rewatched it recently?
That shit's incredible.
It's just incredible, bro. Why?
I haven't watched it recently.
If anybody even in the comments can answer this question. Why in the fuck for punishment from Joseph for the kids was move these cinder blocks to one place?
That wasn't even a punishment. That was just do this till I get back from
Until
work.
I get back from work.
It's like, God damn.
Just move cinder blocks.
It makes you rethink. It made me rethink rethink how we said that Prince might beat Michael's ass. If this nigga was just doing that as a recreational activity, this nigga was probably strong as a fucking ox.
You said as a recreation
Punch the shit out of Prince.
Also, you had to live with 20 siblings in a 2-bedroom house.
Bruh. Yeah, he was scrapping. Yeah. But I think he's probably mentally defeated by all that shit. So he don't even want to do that shit no more.
Walking blocks.
Violence just like he starts covering his ears and shit.
Yeah. Look, he just want to get on his roller coaster.
Michael was tormented. That nigga lost a rat that he called a pet.
Yeah. He ain't want to go through no more,
I remember Lawrence Hill Jackson who played Joe Jackson was like, good, I finally got him. And then nigga Michael was, mother!
Jackson's American Dream was live. Fucking Vanessa Fine Ass Williams. That's Suzanne
Pass. Oh, Jesus.
And then what?
Billy D. Williams is Barry Gordy.
Yeah. That whole shit was dope as fuck, man.
When you found out Joe was cheating.
Shout out to Jason Weaver.
Yes,
Simba's ass in there.
Terrence Howard's in it.
He is, yep.
Terrence Howard is in it. You find out that Joseph was cheating on Karen and he got on Catherine. He got caught up on the phone.
Yeah, this nigga sent her out for ice cream and started calling his hoes.
He called
crazy.
Yeah, this nigga was wilding on all accords, bro.
This nigga was sitting up because they were living out here at the time. He was like, "Yo, go get some ice cream."
How do you achieve Jermaine Jackson's haircut?
Oh, wow.
Oh, I'll tell you
yeah.
You take some Sporting Waves, a wave cap, listen, some WD-40.
Bro, that's like...
some Pennzoil.
The same way they put Oreos out of Oreos, that's like pomade in pomade.
Yeah,
Jermaine Jackson's hair is created with the same spell you use to put a soul in a Chucky doll. Give me the waves that that shit like it detached. That shit like it detached from his scalp.
Producer, yo, can you just do Jermaine Jackson hair? We just want to look at this shit. We got to put like this up on the screen when editing. Look at that person. Look at this man's shape up, boy.
Whoa.
Here's the fucked up part.
What the fuck?
If you look, you know what? You know how people always say haters will say it's Photoshop?
Yeah.
Like it's not. It's like
I think,
still.
that's what happens when you just get too rich or whatever. Nobody can't tell you shit.
He looked, bro.
He looked like Nipsey Russell as the Wizard.
That's hilarious. Yeah, he looks like the Nipsey Russell robot. Yeah.
A teen.
What is going on in the back of that?
That's crazy.
Nigga look like he's controlled by a parasite. The fuck?
He got a Last of Us hairdo.
Yeah, that's crazy shit.
Nigga, this shit is
Get this
out of-
away from me. Get this away from me.
Oh, no, I didn't do Deion like that, bro. That's
I can see a little
terrible.
bit.
But look at that lineup, bro.
Yeah, that's not natural,
What?
bro.
Bro,
What the
here's
fuck
the fucked
is
up
that?
thing.
He requested that.
Every picture is a different push-in of the lineup.
Yeah, it's different
Like-
shapes and shit.
It looks like somebody was standing in front of him when they just blew a bunch of soot at this nigga's head.
Somebody was like, they took the hairline from Jermaine at 23 and was like, use it to make the stencil for when you spray this shit back home.
The mullet looks better than that.
Oh, right. Well, anyway.
Oh, my God.
Have you seen the Flex Michael Jackson movie?
Oh my God. Oh, Flex.
yes.
When he was just all cake
He
powder
was, yeah,
makeup.
that shit was. It wasn't a comedy either.
Bizarre.
It was serious.
Just bizarre.
Yeah, why the fuck did they do
it was
that
a
shit?
real thing.
Who
and like
funded that shit?
somebody was like, no, Flex will be perfect to play Michael. And
I
what we
think
gonna
they
do
were
to make him
low-key
white?
trying to be funny. Yeah, I'm sure they were
Yeah,
trying to be funny.
he looked like when Tommy Davidson would play him on The Living Color.
That's funny.
That shit was so bad. Look at that.
Oh, Jesus. He looks like Zendaya right there in that middle one. You know what I'm talking, the middle one?
He got that euphoria look right there. Yeah.
Bro, they didn't even try to make his skin look natural.
They just threw that like light powder makeup on and was like, this is what it's gonna be.
Yeah,
gave him
terrible,
red
terrible
lipstick.
casting. Terrible
This
casting.
nigga look like the Joker, bro.
This motherfucker look like a mannequin meant to
Horrible.
scare kids.
Horrible.
Other biopics though, you want to see? I came out and I said Steve Harvey biopic. Niggas laughed at me.
I said I want to see the origin of the mustache.
Yeah, I want to see what happened
when did
to
he
the
look at a
fade.
picture of Scotty from the Whispers and was like, I want that.
That's
Yeah,
like-
his whole physical transformation. I want to know what's going on. Like what was?
I want
what was
Samuel
in
L.
his
Jackson.
mind and shit. Samuel L. Jackson is really good. That's really
Because
good. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
remember, he doesn't start popping until he's 40-ish.
Yeah, and he had his whole battles.
His battles,
early
everything
on
he
in his
talks about
life.
with drugs and
Yeah.
drinking all this stuff.
Motherfucker. The Samuel L. Jackson story.
Oh wow.
They just say M, all the little symbols in the F, the Samuel L.
Yeah.
Jackson story.
That's
I'd be
beautiful. We
down with
definitely
that.
got to do that shit.
That
We
shit would be
definitely gotta
lit.
do that shit.
I like that.
I don't really have a funny one, but I was
You don't have a funny one?
why-
No, you don't have to be funny.
Yeah, I was like, why does George Clinton not have a biopic?
I
Probably
think
don't
George
want it.
Clinton would be good too.
Yeah.
he probably didn't
A
want
lot
it.
of-
They say that nigga used to smoke crack so openly that
Yeah,
it
he
was
would
like
smoke
alarming.
before. He would smoke before me. Yeah.
Questlove said he came in the studio with George and George turned around and was smoking crack and just went and blew it at this nigga. And it was like he
That's
was blowing some
scary,
weed
bro.
at him.
Yeah,
so I
it
was like,
was
yo,
like a
nigga.
With like nebula and shit
Yeah,
coming out.
Do you
That shit
remember?
just-
Y'all remember? This is the end.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I
Remember
remember
that scene when Michael Cera blew cocaine in McLovin's face? He
Yeah.
was like, "I've never done this."
Right. It's
I can
just
see Questlove just going, "What the fuck?"
nigga blow some crack at you, dog. That shit crazy.
Who else would? So yeah, George Clinton. Because then you would have to get Bootsy Collins somewhere. You get a James Brown. You get all these legendary characters involved in it somehow, some way.
I see the scene though in the Steve Harvey movie where it's just like
Wait,
he gets his first
Tales from the
suit.
Tour. Wait, no, Tales.
And he's
Mike
just
Judge
like-
presents.
Yeah, he gets his first.
He gets his first suit and he's like, more buttons. And
Yeah, it's like a whole montage and shit. Yeah.
Wait, there's
Hell
a George
yeah.
Clinton documentary.
Oh, word?
No, this is the Mike
that's the-
Judge
oh.
animated series, and like they do different artists. There's a
okay.
Rick James episode.
I got
There's
you.
a George Clinton episode. There's a bunch of them.
That's
It's pretty
hilarious.
great. It
Okay,
is
that's what's
pretty
up.
great.
Yeah, I love Mike Judge. Shout out Mike Judge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see Steve Harvey in the Falling Out with the Kings of Comedy or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I
Who
mean,
would play Bernie
he'd be like
Mac?
NWA
I
and
want to see
shit.
when he
Ooh,
actually
that's a good
screws over
question.
Bernie. Because there's rumor that he screwed over Bernie.
There's a
yeah.
lot of.
I mean,
I'm just saying that's one of the prominent
See what
ones.
happens, but
I'm using that as one of the prominent ones.
Sure.
Because then it
dark-skinned
could
from
offset
House
a Bernie
Party.
Mac one.
Yeah. There's Eddie Murphy. Why is there not an Eddie Murphy biopic?
He probably does. Again, I think some people don't want him yet. Because you have to have.
Yeah, it's a little early for Eddie Murphy.
You have to have him. You have to be, signed off on.
Yeah.
To say, I'm gonna talk about your life.
Sure.
I mean, these are just fantasy picks or whatever.
Right. He don't want to. He don't want to know. He don't want them to do a scene where he like
him and Johnny Gill.
Damn it! I was gonna say the trans prostitutes.
Which one? Because there was one of the two of them that was coming up.
That's hilarious.
The rub you the right way.
Damn it!
Yeah, speaking of controversial figures, Richard Pryor. I think he was supposed to be getting one for a while. But I think it's just hard to do it.
So it was supposed to be Mike Epps.
I saw Marlon Wayans.
But then Mike Epps eventually played him in Winning Time.
Okay, that's what it was.
But there were like a few different iterations. Like Marlon Wayans had auditioned. I think video of that had surfaced. Nick Cannon auditioned, and they had a. See if you can find that photo. It's Nick Cannon
shitty wig on,
trying to be Richard Pryor. I'm not fucking around. Yeah, it's real. And it was like, oh, bro, like
you got a whole audition.
You really thought you had that one? Like, yeah. There it is. Where he was like, he had grown his shit out, and he was like trying to do the shit.
Oh, he was playing his own movie?
Oh, nah, stop it.
Yeah.
Mike, you got to be responsible.
Oh, bro. My God. No.
Know your limits, bro.
No.
No, bro.
No.
That's about as good as when Richard's son Mason tried to start doing stand-up.
Oh, yeah. Did you see that? That shit was fucking atrocious.
When he got booed?
Yeah, he was doing an impression of the nigga, bro. Like, it was
his whole
You
thing.
wasn't around years before that when some random nigga started saying he was Eddie Murphy's son. Brando Murphy.
I remember that.
Brando Murphy.
This nigga, bro.
He was so sad. After he got called out and sued, and everybody's like, what
Yo, that's so good, bro.
Wait, Brando what? Murphy.
Not why Jackson McQueen? What did Jackson do?
Hold on. And then this nigga was trying to pretend he was Eddie Murphy's son. He made like a fake trailer for an Eddie Murphy biopic that he was in.
Mm-hmm.
Then he linked up with Mason Pryor.
With Mason Pryor, yeah.
And they was doing like the Sons of Comedy, like legendary comics tour and shit. It was a wild time, bro. Brando.
Hey man, y'all rest in peace to Primm's ankles because he just took another bite of that cookie.
I'm about to say, bro.
That was my first bite. Actually, I just wanted to taste it.
What'd you think? You
fuck with it? I fuck with it. Oh, it was a little jarring at first. I get it though.
Any more biopics?
I can't think anymore.
Who's some women we want to see have a biopic?
Oh, Oprah need a biopic.
Hell yeah, we need.
I need Oprah's.
Yeah, I need to know what the fuck she was going through in those early days and shit.
Whoopi would be good.
I mean, I don't know. She don't really be doing shit.
She's earned the right to though.
I mean, yeah,
she's earned the right to now.
Yeah.
Who else?
There's a great Oprah script out there.
I want to see the document.
Spicy
I'm so mad. I'm gonna say this out loud because Vivica A. Fox. I want to see. Here's why.
On BET Plus.
Right.
Tubi. Now,
yeah.
I just want to see the evolution of Vivica from when she was just normal Vivica to when she started getting a lot of plastic surgery.
Yeah.
And then forgot that her hands still age.
Oh, you
like
that's like the Kardashians. They got them like witch hands.
Yeah, you like your hands still age. But no, Vivica's career has been interesting because remember she had that whole big beef with 50 Cent and different things like that. So
y'all might not believe this. Vivica Fox lived in my exact same apartment complex when I was not in high school yet. It was in Inglewood. She lived in that shit with her boyfriend. That nigga 6'9", and. Then Independence Day came out and we're like, yo, that's fucking Vivica from upstairs. And I remember me and my boys went to her door one time and that nigga answered he was not trying to let us get an autograph.
Hey, what you niggas want, bro?
And she'd be loud as shit. She'd be having Layla Rashawn and them come over and they'd be ratchet as the fuck.
That sounds amazing. Crazy as shit, bro.
Yeah. Shout out to Crossroads apartment building. Vivica, if you see this, you know I'm telling the truth. You live in Crossroads. Tamarack and Nutwood in Inglewood.
That wasn't me, nigga. That was some random lady and shit. You thought it was fucking okay, Fox. You were a little kid and shit.
Would you want to see a Monique biopic?
Not no more. She got annoying at this. She got annoying at this point. It is what it is, bro. Monique I get it. I'm fuck it. Everybody's talking about. Yes, I want to see black women win. I want to see black women succeed. I want to see all of that. You can't use your like accolades in movies and shit to try to like, oh, well, I deserve this much for a stand-up special. Well, you know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense. Chappelle is selling out fucking arenas all over the country.
Don't even do Chappelle Rock. She brought up Amy Schumer, and Amy Schumer at the time was the #1 woman comic in the world.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think it's more so just overall saltiness that like after her career, I mean, after she got the Oscar, nothing really super popped to her and shit. Well, I think she was expecting it, and that's like years of build up.
100%. We just said Whoopi Goldberg got an EGOT. She got all the fucking awards. Yep. Mm-hmm. If she went back on the road as a stand-up, I don't know if she's selling out the Staples Center, nigga. You know what I mean? Like,
no, she's doing theaters at minimal theaters.
And so it's like, bro, you got to know where you at. You know what I mean? If you want to get paid like the #1 touring act in the world,
I hated that discourse behind it when she made that video. Yeah, and everybody was like, "Yeah, she an Academy Award winner. She a queen of comedy." And I was like, first of all, let's just do this real quick.
Yeah,
when we say queens, just like the kings, that is actually subjective to people.
Mm-hmm.
It is just a label that was put on for a marketing tour. Right. Number one, I hate to say it, I love all the women that are part of that. You know, her, Miss Laura, some more. All them, Adele, all them, love them, right?
Yeah.
But you can't bring up an Academy Award, like you said, to justify why you're not getting stand-up money from Netflix when you haven't sold out any, at the time, you hadn't sold out any theaters or arenas in a sense.
And try to make it like a matter of disrespect. It was like, it's business, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, we're paying you based on how many eyes you bring into my platform. And if it's not that, then what is it? You know what I mean?
I think she understood. I think she's just trying it a little bit. I think you gotta try it.
But I hate when you weaponize black women's suffrages.
People weaponize blackness in general. Look, and this is coming from 3 black men.
Hey, babies. We
my sweet babies.
My sweet babies.
All right, bro.
You know, we weaponize blackness sometimes to not when it's needed.
Oh, this nigga's Primm high, bro. He getting snacks.
That nigga ate all the snacks.
What you want from me?
Nah, this is why
that nigga Primm went from the Oreos to the Valentine's cookies.
Yeah.
Well, you know I wasn't gonna finish that damn Oreo.
I mean, look, the way you almost a bite away from being done with what you said. Our producer says a Spike Lee biopic. I would like to see that.
Oh yeah, I fuck with that.
I would definitely fuck.
I would watch that.
See him hanging out with Michael Jordan and shit.
Just see how the Mars concept came up. You know, how does he come up with the ideas for his own movies as opposed to when people approach him to film stuff?
His childhood, he probably had an interesting childhood.
Sheldon Jackson Lee Jr., the class of 1979, Morehouse College. You know what I'm saying? I always got to do that shout out.
Okay, all right. All right. Somebody said, why is he trash when he had MSG?
He a passionate fan.
Yo, shouts out to Spike Lee for perfecting the art of the auntie stand. Like every time.
They bow-legged,
with their hands on the small of the back. Their hands be on the small of the back, like you said, Tom Hanks was in Forrest Gump.
Yeah, that nigga's down.
Yeah, that nigga invested.
His legs is all fucked up.
So what we got next, bro?
Yeah, shout out to all the all-stars out there. Next, Grammys are tonight. We don't give a shit about them.
No.
But Lil Yachty
they got traffic even more fucked up out here because everybody want to be out here.
Is that what the fuck is going on?
Oh, dude, I was trying to go to
that makes sense, right?
I did a spot last night on the west side, which is, you know, a little bit Culver City. Cool. Traffic is going to be easy. And I was like, well, you know what? I'm going to go by the store afterwards. And I tried to go to the store and I was like, why the fuck are all... And I was like, oh, shit, it's Grammy weekend. Everybody already up and down Sunset Boulevard. So it wasn't nowhere to park, to do anything, all that. So that's why traffic's so fucked up out here.
But speaking of good music, Lil Yachty dropped some surprise heat on us, bro. I mean, I'm speaking personally. I don't know how these gentlemen feel about it. We haven't talked about it yet. Lil Yachty's Let's Start Here. It's like a neo-soul rock type of alternative. What the fuck is this shit?
Burns, you want to go first?
I think, well, yeah. What do you think about it, Burns? I liked it.
I fucked with it, man. And like, I mean, look, Yachty, much like a Tyler the Creator, like a
yeah, that's what I said. It's like his Flower
or
Boy
even like a Trippie
whatever.
Redd. It's like you could tell even from their early music that at some point it's gonna go in a different direction.
Yeah.
Because you know, even when he came out, he's rapping, but it was that trappy go lucky shit.
Yeah,
you know
trappy go lucky. I like that.
You know what I mean? And so it was like, oh wait, this is like different kind of. And they ushered in that happy, I'll kill you shit.
Yeah, they were just
happy.
They were all about their specific vibe and shit.
Absolutely. So this album was really
like cartoon rap.
He just went all the way and was like, we got this live instrumentation and this guitar solo.
Yeah, it was some Childish Gambino type shit.
Yeah. Like he really went for it, but in a very contemporary way where it didn't sound dated. It didn't sound, like it was for old heads. It seemed like some shit like, yo, young niggas is gonna fuck with this. And so like, I really liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I want to see what the fuck was going on in that studio, bro.
Yeah.
How did that even come about?
This nigga put his braids back. It was like, nigga, we about to go for this.
That nigga threw a fitted cap on, was like.
What do you think about it, Jay?
The only issue I had was I was expecting something else when I hear Yachty said, I decided to experiment with something. So I was thinking I was going to hear a whole new type of sound per se. That was the only thing. I say that to say, I fucked with it. Because you get a punk rock, a soul type vibe, Tame Impala, Daft Punk, something Kanye did around graduation era, different things, him with the harmonizer, a bit of Silk Sonic, all that.
Yeah.
For him to do all that and what he was doing, I rocked with it. Like I said, the only thing was when I heard I'm doing something different, I'm trying something new. If I would have thought, if I'd have known you're trying something new that some people have done already, that's the only difference. That's my only critique, and it ain't even really a critique.
I mean, there's only so much new music. You can't create a brand new genre.
I get that, absolutely. But it's just like, some of the other artists in his generation have done that already, have used this style. So it's not really a new thing to do. That's all.
Maybe contextually it was something new for him. And you know what I mean? It's a departure. It's definitely a departure.
Yeah, it's something refreshing too.
I
think
his
it's definitely
previous work.
Like I said, I fucked with it heavy, bro. I liked it. I was listening to it. The first song was going, and then it switched in track number 1. I remember when it switched over into a different beat, and I was like, oh, this must be another song. And I looked up at the thing, it was still the same joint. And I was like, okay, I'm with you.
Well, I mean, a lot of people do the beat switch or whatever,
No, the way this one switched, in midway through, you thought it was the second song.
Oh, yeah. Oh, see, I gotta sit down with the shit, and really, I wasn't expecting it to be,
Because I was in the car drive, I was coming from somewhere, and I think it was either fitting or whatever, but I was coming from somewhere, so I had the time to be in the car to listen to it. And so I was like, all right, cool. And when I listened to it, I was like, it was dope. Like I said, the only thing was for me, and that's not even a critique really, that's just a nitpick, is I was expecting something, but what I got, I enjoyed. I fucked with it heavily.
Yeah, there's a lot of substance in there. Yeah, I fuck with the shit. I gotta definitely sit down and give it a whole...
Shouts to Yachty, man, because... I know he took a lot of flack early on, and everybody's like, "Oh, this
he was the number one target.
He was the number one mumble rapper.
He survived through all that shit, bro.
Really
shout out to him, bro. Kept a positive attitude through the whole thing. Looks like.
Are y'all familiar with Tame Impala?
A little bit, yeah.
Because it's got a lot of Tame Impala vibes to me.
Okay, that's what's up.
A lot of it, which I fuck with Tame Impala heavily, and I was like, okay, that's why I even more fucked with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the shit you heard in Kanye when he did not even just Graduation, a little bit of 808s and Heartbreaks. You get a little bit of that and a little bit of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy feel. Yeah, with listening to it.
Yeah, but I think this is definitely going to it's going to be a new wave where we're going to start getting more trap type of artists.
I'm very curious, because I've heard my friends talk about them liking the album. I'm wondering what like the overall response is.
Yeah, we'll wait and see. I think
a lot of the reviews I've seen, they've liked it.
Yeah,
because they liked it was a change, and they talk about him making sure him not wanting to be known just as a mumble rapper.
But are his fans fucking with it?
That's gonna be the big thing.
That might be weird. Yeah, that might be a hurdle.
Curious. You think he was at the Rock Nation brunch?
Probably not. He's probably busy with his album.
For those who don't know what that is,
my goal in life is to get you an invite.
to the Rock Nation brunch? I don't want to go to that shit.
See, and that's why. So for me, I'm gonna be honest. My goal is in my career is to get invited to the Rock Nation brunch and Issa's yacht party.
No, Issa yacht party's lit.
Oh, word?
I'm not saying I've been. I'm just saying.
You ever look at the photos, bro?
When you see the pictures and the videos, like, oh, niggas, Yvonne and them is going off.
They kicking it hard.
But you don't want to go? Why wouldn't you want to go?
I don't know, man.
You don't want to wear a pink suit?
Yeah, I'm not a glam celebrity lifestyle type of guy.
Yeah,
bro.
well, that's why I kind of want you to be there because I would love the photos of like DJ Khaled and Primm in the background, like annoyed that he's even there.
Niggas always just thought bubbles above Primm head every time. This nigga Khaled right here. Nigga.
I wouldn't be annoyed or whatever.
That's what he said. This shit trash. Hella trash. Nigga, Jay-Z and Beyonce ain't performing, nigga. What are we here for?
But yeah, I think I haven't earned my place at the Rock Nation Brunch. I think maybe.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know what it is, Chris, are you more familiar with telling me what it is?
I mean, it's really just like, I don't know. It's like
it's a flex.
It's a big flex.
It's a pre-Grammy celebration, pre-flex with Jay-Z and Beyonce every year.
Yeah, who are the who's who in the music, film, just the artistic industries in general. They get invited out and they hang and they fellowship and they try to stunt and all that good stuff. I mean, but like I would say good-hearted flexing. It's not as though like
oh, absolutely,
yeah,
you know what I mean. But
they just being rich together and shit all in one spot.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But yeah, we should do a BBC club brunch. And shit,
nigga, that shit would be fire.
That shit would be hilarious, nigga.
We have Pinky from Friday out.
Hey, here's the thing: the nigga got to dress as Pinky. We get that nigga. We get
what is that nigga's name?
Clifton Powell.
Yeah, we have those are kind of celebrities.
But that nigga got to dress as Pinky though. He can't come like
Kim Wheatley.
No, listen, nigga, you not hearing me. Clifton Powell's invite, nigga, has to say you Clifton are invited, and on the bottom it says must come dressed as Pinky. Like that's the only way you are RSVP, nigga.
Our guest list is like D. Ray Davis,
I was
gonna say some shit.
Nigga from Snowfall,
Garrett Morris.
Garrett Morris.
But nigga, Quentin Brunson and just 3 members from Abbott Elementary. Not even a whole cast.
Quentin Brunson she's gonna send a representative.
Man, what the fuck are we talking about?
We talking about the Rock Nation brunch because everybody was talking about Lil Uzi Vert outfit.
Oh yeah,
everybody else came here looking distinguished. You got people who have the suits on. Some people do the suits with the
you try
t-shirt.
to look your best, but this nigga showed up.
Yeah, this nigga looked like Pinky.
This nigga looked like a hood matador with a melted Jermaine Jackson hairdo.
He looks like fucking Salt Bae. He's fucking about to sprinkle some salt.
This nigga looked like Liberace if he grew up in the projects.
Fucking Count from Sesame Street face boy. Look at this vampire.
Why the fuck are you dressed like Andre 2996? Like not even 3
like Joaquin Phoenix Joker and shit.
Black Lestat face.
This nigga look like exit interview with the vampire nigga.
No, shout out to him. He
but for real, yeah.
You can do weird shit like that when you're rich as fuck, I guess.
You know you're gonna be around here. And again, we understand people do shit they know people gonna talk about it. That's the number one rule of PR, make them talk, right?
It looked like a failed first draft haircut. Like
looks like, yeah.
They tried something and he was like, nigga, just slick it back. Fuck it. Just slick it all the way back.
So that nigga got a concept though.
Yeah.
God damn.
Hey, the stylist was like, we not done yet. And Uzi was like, I ain't got no time.
Yeah, bro, I gotta go.
Man. Yeah, it looks like somebody tried to clone Cat Williams and shit.
It failed miserably.
Yeah, fucked up the damn machine.
It's like the MCU and they tried to do the Super Soldier Serum over and over again and couldn't quite get it right.
It looked like somebody was trying to give us Young Thug 2.6, nigga.
God damn.
That nigga's boy.
No, again, yes.
Yes. Jermaine Jackson, they go to the same guy. These motherfuckers gotta be stopped, bro.
Let's get serious.
This is what happens when Jermaine Jackson's hair is left in the sun too long. It just start falling.
He probably borrowed it from Jermaine. What the fuck you mean? It's like,
holy shit, Uzi Vert.
Oh no.
I mean, remember he put the diamond. Remember when he had the diamond in his head?
Yeah, that was a medical risk.
Yeah. So is this shit, dog. There are no candles, nothing.
No open flame. Like he couldn't stay out in the sun that long to take pictures. He was like, I'm melting.
That's why he's in the shade and all these joints.
Like you see what's supposed to be the sideburn. That ain't sideburn. That's leakage.
Right?
That's leakage on the side of his
like when
head.
chicks cry, they mascara
running. Yeah, his fucking fade is running.
His fade is running.
Is that a fade though? Is it?
The attempt
it's faded a little bit in the front.
Is wild.
Yeah,
the attempt is wild. Yeah. So points for audacity.
Do you understand the thing is you have to, when you put this on.
What's happening?
Look at when you put this shit on, you stand in front of the mirror and give yourself the final approval.
Yeah, like,
he looked in front of the mirror and was like,
Well, he was
good.
probably high off pills when they cut his hair.
Yeah.
And he just
So in
like,
other words, he don't
thought
even
that
know
shit
what
was
he has
fire.
on.
Because you can see the point where he starts to brush it.
And he just gives
There's a
up.
separation, and it's like, fuck.
Like, what do you even do at this point?
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to just roll with it.
Yeah, that seemed like a mistake, honestly.
Yeah.
What else do we got?
Yeah.
I don't got no who wins. We could come up with something off the cuffs if you really want to.
All right,
But no, I
who
don't
would win?
know, man.
Lil Uzi Vert's hair or Jermaine Jackson's hair?
Shit.
Jermaine Jackson hair is fucking impenetrable. That shit's solid. bro.
Impenetrable.
Yeah, it looks wet, but it's probably dry.
Yeah, that shit is like, yeah.
It's somehow
Yeah,
amazingly
Jermaine's.
dry. And so it's just like indestructible and shit. You know what I mean?
So this nigga Jermaine Jackson got an adamantium skull.
It'd be like
Cat on.
Superman, yeah. You like try to throw a hatchet to it and it just shatters.
It just shatters.
It's gonna be the shit out of Lil Uzi Vert's hair, bro.
Oh yeah, no. So The Last of Us, you haven't been watching The Last of Us. You got to watch The Last of Us. We got to talk
okay.
about that.
So
We
I
gotta
didn't
talk
know
about all that
before it
shit.
came out. I didn't know it was based on a video game.
You didn't know that?
No, I
You
didn't. I
never seen
don't.
the
I
video
don't
game?
have
Okay.
game system. I don't have the luxury of having one yet.
Okay.
My kids.
So
every
you
time-
didn't play the games at
No,
all?
never
okay,
played.
So
I was
you,
like, I
it's
never
all
played the
new to
game.
you.
This
That's
is
what's
all
up,
new to
bro.
me. So when I saw episode 1, it came out because you was asking us about it then. I was like, nah, because clearly I don't.
Did it
I'm
make
not-
you cry?
Well, I
Like
didn't.
I said?
No, I didn't watch it. At first, I didn't watch it the first week because I was like, I'm not a fan of the game, so I don't know what I'm supposed to be knowing. Everybody's like, yo, it hosted the game exactly, blah 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 blah. So then episode 2 dropped, and everybody kept talking about it. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna watch it.
So not to interrupt, but because I haven't watched it yet,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't play the game either. So like, it's like fungus people?
The fun,
Yeah,
so
zombies, but they're fungus.
Yeah,
zombies.
there's
Yeah,
not.
like,
They
yeah,
was like the theory is
parasites
we
or
always
whatever.
think it's gonna be bacteria or viruses that cause the apocalypse.
Yeah.
And this scientist on the talk show in the 60s, he's like, no, it's gonna be fungus.
Mhm.
And the dude was like, what do you mean? He was like, no, this shit's gonna evolve and fight to live.
Because that shit's real. There is a fungus that like takes over insects.
I
Yeah,
think
and
that's
shit.
it will
what
take-
they
Yeah.
based it off
And they
of.
based it
like-
off of that.
Yeah.
He was like, a fungus takes over ant, spider. Yeah, and it does the same shit.
Oh,
Yeah, and
fuck
you can make
that,
you do
bro.
shit and go find its food.
It becomes
and
it's a
shit.
network, it's a hive, yeah.
Oh, I don't like
Yeah,
that
that's
at
weird
all,
as
bro.
shit, nigga.
I don't
And
like
so,
that at all.
When I saw episode 8, I was like, you know what? Like I said, episode 2 dropped. I was like,
You
fuck it, I'll
skin
watch
crawling
episode
and
1.
shit.
Yeah, well, I'm just like, black people, we don't do this.
Yeah, I mean,
so we don't fuck with shit
I don't
like
think
this.
nobody wants a
Not
parasite.
anyone, yeah,
you
not
know
that
what I'm
anyone
saying?
fucks
They
with it,
motherfucker-
Nigga, we, hell no.
I watched the first episode. It cried. There's a moment that makes you like, oh, this is sad as fuck.
Mhm.
And I was like, I didn't know that was gonna happen because people was like, oh, it's just like in the game.
Yeah.
So I didn't
Yeah,
know.
the game is very cinematic in itself. So it's like even like a lot of the same cameras shots and shit are like
Oh, from the
directly
game.
and shit.
Okay.
It's like one of those games like Uncharted where it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you look like you're playing a long cutscene and shit, kind of.
But see, but the sadness is why I haven't watched it yet. Because I got to be in the right mind frame
Yeah, definitely
for that shit. And I
Definitely.
don't want to put myself through certain things. Like, that's why I haven't, like, when people are like, you got to watch Queen Sugar, nigga. I'm like, bro.
Well, it's only one sad part just to set up the stakes, and then it gets
Okay.
action packed and shit.
God, is there like
It's
a
like-
main like villain and shit?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about the TV show, but in the game,
the government and the virus. I mean, and the fungus.
yeah, there's a villain in the game. I don't know what they're gonna do with
No,
the
I
shows.
did watch I did watch the SNL sketch from this past weekend where they did a Mario Last of Us.
Okay, I
Did you
keep
see
hearing
that
about.
shit?
I
No,
have not
sounds
seen
funny,
that
but
yet.
SNL is probably not funny.
Everybody keeps
Usually
on.
SNL is
No,
weak.
it's been flooding my Twitter too, bro.
But
It's been all through my
I
timeline.
did enjoy the
Because that makes sense. The mushrooms or whatever, that's pretty funny. It's like a fungus.
Yeah. So shout out to that. I don't know who wrote that sketch.
What
but-
would you say with The Last of Us being another zombie apocalypse show? What would
Yeah.
you say would be one of your favorites?
zombie
we-
apocalypse shows?
Yeah, just
Or movies
or
and
just
shit?
apocalypse shows or movies. Yeah,
Oh, 28 Days Later is the hands down. That's the top. That's
That
the
fucks
top,
with me
bro.
because it's fast.
'Cause it's
Yeah,
fast,
That was the
that's
first
why.
time I saw
That's
Fast Zombies.
why.
Where I'm like, no way.
that's why for me it's
Usually
28
black people
Days.
have an
Later.
out. Like these
Well,
niggas
Dawn
can't
of the
catch
Dead,
us
they
and
fast
shit.
too. The Zack Snyder Dawn of the Dead, they
Yeah.
run after you.
Yeah, and they don't even like eat you. They just beat
They
the
just beat
shit out.
Yeah,
of
and
you.
28
Like,
days
that's
later, they just beat the
crazy.
fuck. They don't eat
Yeah.
you. They just beat the shit out. It's
I mean,
rage.
I'm sure they would eat you at some point if they get hungry.
Right. When I have to outthink and out cardio the fucking
like they
zombie, that's
climbing
fucked
up your
up.
window and shit, snatch your people up,
Yeah,
trying to eat them.
yeah, because everybody's so used to the zombies that just, and then
Well,
Dawn of
those
the
you could kind of, you could outthink. You know what I mean? You could outdo.
Yeah, like you can outlast the.
I
yeah.
was always like my preparedness always be. See, everybody always thinks offense. they always think like, I need guns, I need blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nigga, find like an abandoned Ren fair and get like a suit of armor, nigga, so they can't bite you.
I always thought that. Yeah, you tape something to your forearm.
Yeah, get some chainmail or something.
Definitely get some armor.
So now you just a battering ram, you know what I'm saying, going through these motherfuckers.
Every time these motherfuckers try to bite you, they breaking what's left of their rotted teeth.
That's what I mean. And then like also they muscles atrophy if you dead and shit, right? They don't have a metabolism.
Well, that's the thing too. Like,
I mean, it depends on the rules. See,
that's what we need. We need to establish rules. Because I was like, get a chainmetal suit, go to somewhere where it's cold, because these motherfuckers can't be like, they can't have body warmth. You know what I mean?
My plan was always like get a cruise ship or something if you could, like get something big and just go.
That sounds like the setup to a zombie movie. Like,
yes,
the zombies on the
cruise ship. One nigga was infected. He didn't tell you. Then he's just trapped on the ship with him.
Exactly. Then Samuel Jackson shows up.
Our producer said that chainmail gonna get real cold real quick.
I'm gonna have to deal with it, nigga. I can't be. I
put it over your jacket
from
and shit.
Being bitten and shit.
Like I've seen zombie movies and TV shows where somebody just gets like get like they'll take like a bunch of like paper towels and they'll wrap it up with duct tape.
Yeah,
they did that on that. Was it Train to Busan or whatever?
The Train to Busan. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
They'll wrap it up with
duct tape, but she was punching the fuck out of
those
zombies.
ones are crazy too. They transform instantly.
Yo, any South Korean zombie movie, that shit is bananas.
Always.
Yeah, always. I gotta get on my South Korean cinema,
bro. When I first watched, because I remember hearing about Train to Busan. I heard about Train to Busan when the guy who got cast as Gigamesh in Eternals was in it.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let me watch this movie, and I was like, holy shit!
Yeah, it's crazy. Fire. It's wild. It's dope though.
Like the second one, Peninsula isn't as good as the first one.
Yeah. But most of the South, like the Korean horror shit, is pretty good.
Yeah, shout out to Korea, South Korea.
Yeah, South Korea. You gotta be more
specific. Make the distinction.
But yes, I think that's the thing on that. Like 28 days later, Dawn of the Dead, they had running zombies. Like when the zombies when they don't stumble and shit, when them motherfuckers can look at you and go, they just charge.
Yeah, bro.
So like Dawn of the Dead zombies. I'm good, bro.
Yeah, that's unfair.
Give a fuck about you.
That's unfair. There's gotta be some tactical advantage to being
alive. I mean, there's a lot of them, but yeah, how do you even get that many of them if they're so slow? You're not gonna creep up.
Yeah, well, because it's always the thing is, this is the rule. Like you brought up with the rules. Depends on what movie or whatever show it is.
Dawn of the Dead is like if you die, you just
even if you died,
turn into a zombie.
Well, no, not even if you died. Well, remember because that was The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead was if you died. Everybody had it naturally. So it was like the moment you died, it was whatever the virus was. It was in everybody.
Yeah.
So the moment you died, you were gonna turn.
Right.
But with Dawn of the Dead, you had to be bit or scratched. Right.
Yeah.
But the thing was, you turned so quickly after whenever if you were bit or scratched.
No, Dawn of the Dead, I think it was a slow process.
It depends on some people were different. Yeah, it varied. Throughout the movie was something like there was a pregnant chick got bit and she gave birth to a zombie baby.
Zombie baby, Mekhi Phifer's.
Yeah, Mekhi Phifer's zombie baby. There was one like when there'd be like somebody be bitten up like at the beginning. There's this couple. I can't remember the two main characters' name. Well, the main girl.
Oh yeah.
And then the little girl. Yeah, and the little girl is a zombie, and she bites the husband.
He turns pretty quick.
And he turns quickly.
Yeah.
So like it varies depending on the person.
That's one of my favorite scenes.
Or maybe the severity of the scratch.
Yeah.
In 40-Year-Old Virgin when he's like trying to talk to the black dude, but he's watching Dawn of the Dead. Like, oh shit.
So yeah, I think that's all we got on that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it for the week?
Was there anything else we were gonna talk about?
No, we're gonna get some more Who Wins and I'm gonna make sure to check the damn emails. Send the email. The email will be on the screen right here. Send some Who Would Win suggestions out to the email. Drop them in the comments. Drop whatever y'all thought about the show in the comments, man. And I'm going to take it to you, Jay. Where can they find you at, man?
Y'all already know Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Mr. J Washington. MRJAY, you should know how to spell Washington. My YouTube channel, youtube.com. Search Mr. J Washington and check out the Mad Titan podcast. Everywhere you get your podcast from. I get you called about all the things happening in the Marvel and DC live action cinematic universes. Barbershop Talk for Nerds. We just broke down the whole new DC movie and TV slate, man. Talked a lot of shit, man. And started cussing out them Snyder fans again because they don't want to fucking let go.
Oh yeah, that can be a topic for next week too. We some superhero shit we want to see. I guess. Yeah,
I'm with
Let's go superhero time. Where can they find you at, Chris?
You can find me at Chris_please. All my pro wrestling fans out there. I do every Saturday morning. I do a show called Strong Style. Well, it's every afternoon, 3 p.m. Pacific time. Called Strong Style. Is live, so you could interact with us while we talking about the shit. We had a pretty lit episode this past week, so if you're interested in that, fuck with it.
Moses Primm, man. Primm says Cinema on YouTube. Moses Primm on everything else. Twitch. Check out the Twitch, man. Y'all missing out. That should be so lit. We be watching Showtime at the Apollo and shit.
Yeah.
Like just react to that shit.
Steve
That's just
Harvey
gold,
era?
bro. Yeah.
Okay.
Sinbad era, all that shit.
Sinbad,
They don't have the Monique episodes on Tubi, which is disappointing. I want to see them.
She probably had them
episodes.
removed.
Yeah, she started like the Womp Womp thing. That was a thing.
Yeah.
That was. So she
Have you
brought
ever
her
seen
own
a show
flavor.
called Snaps?
That sounds familiar.
If
What is
you
that?
YouTube Snaps,
Why
I
does it
think
sound
it's
so
Snaps.
familiar?
Yeah.
It's literally like some of the most famous black comics in the world
Roasting each other?
Roasting each other.
Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds
I think I
familiar.
It's
remember
like
that,
Yo
yeah.
Mama before Yo Mama.
Yeah, it was like real. It was like New York setting, right? But they was
Something
roasting
like
the
that. No,
Yeah.
this nigga put snaps in Google and it's Thanos showing up.
Of
But
course.
Quick comedians.
you should watch that on your Twitch.
That's what it was.
Okay,
It's like
yeah, I'm
comedy
gonna try-
TV show.
I'm gonna try-
Yeah.
Yeah, look, it's
Okay.
Monique and fucking Tracy
Yeah,
Morgan and shit.
that looks familiar. Damn, Monique. All right.
Yeah, they were roasting the shit out of each other.
It's hilarious because it's like when you go back, it's like comedians of this caliber would never do something like this now.
Absolutely not.
But
But yeah, when
it's-
you trying to get on back in the
It's
day.
an interesting
Yeah,
throwback.
Oh,
I
you
would
needed,
definitely
you needed
appreciate
and
the
wanted
suggestion.
every single fucking credit you could get back in the day.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. But man, we out of here, man. Thank y'all for watching. Love y'all.
Absolutely.
Peace.